presented by Sprite. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, and by my side is Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to 2K Sports, the NBA season wrapping up, and you can just feel the anticipation for the playoffs. The fans are filling the seats in San Antonio, the site of our broadcast, and where the Spurs will be going up against the Miami Heat. And taking a look here at the Heat, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. So LeBron James leaves Miami, goes to Cleveland. Everybody thinks Chris Bosh is going to sign with Houston when that happens, but instead he re-signed.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Heat in this one. We're live at AT&T Center. Welcome to San Antonio, Texas for this Spurs home game. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Heat, Bosh and the Birdman, Chris Anderson at the 4 and 5. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And it's Dang in at the 3.
Dwayne Wade last season shooting a career high from the field. Not the focal point offensively playing alongside LeBron, but he responded with the most efficient of his career.
Here's Duncan. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one.
Well, the defense backs off a little bit because he does not shoot the ball well from the three-point line.
And finished by Anderson.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air.
Green kicks to Leonard. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And so here is Miami. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Nice D from Dang.
Still looking for that first two, but 0-4 now.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to speak with Eric Spoelstra for a moment. They'll be up against a future Hall of Famer in Tim Duncan in this one, and I asked him how Duncan changes what they do on the defensive end. He relayed that he told his guys not to be over-aggressive with him in the post, saying, if we start biting on every fake he throws our way, we'll all be in foul trouble. We can't let that happen. We'll see if they can avoid just that, guys.
Thank you, Doris.
Well, they needed that one finally. That's just 1 of 5 now overall.
And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Double teamed on Wade. And it's the Heat with the ball. Bosh kicks to Anderson. And he jams it with authority.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
Well, you know, both of these teams certainly in the conversation when you talk about NBA dynasties. With some epic finals performances to show for it. Always a pleasure to watch these two teams face off.
Stolen by Anderson. Got a piece of it. Parker with the steal. That's good. Parker's got his first points in this one.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
The Heat leading by 6. And stylistically, the Spurs and the Heat at different ends of the spectrum, certainly. Steve, the Spurs averse to the glitter and the glamour.
Yeah, whereas in Miami, you got the pyrotechnics, the fog machines. It's star power all the way. And I think in a way, the NBA kind of needs both approaches. They both have their place.
In transition, here comes Miami. Chalmers with the ball.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
Yes, sir.
A message, and put it on the highlight reel for later.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Splitter is checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for Matt Bonner. Ano Ginobili, he's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. The Heat also changing it up. Whiteside comes in for Chris Anderson. And it's Napier in for Mario Chalmers. So it's Miami now. Wade up top. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 8. Mills, that's a two-pointer. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Heat have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Outside Dang. Teardrop shot, and that one's good. Tang's got 6.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And then for Miami, Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Bosch. And Sean Williams subs in for Luol Deng. Spurs have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Ginobili kicks to Mills. Fires the 3. Good. Mills has got 5 now.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. Really remade his body in the offseason, adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
Spurs trail by 7. Here's Joseph. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Diaw. 3-pointer. Williams shot his.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And, Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
Now here's Ginobili. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Down low, 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Haslem. Wade outside. There's the pass to Napier. Plenty of space. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 5th assist in this one. He got it up. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Heat lead by 9. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
And I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive, and it's paid off for them a few times already.
Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Aaron Baines out there with Boris Diaw. And it's Ginobili in at the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Now, here's Green. Here's Parker with the 3. No good.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not. I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Duncan, he's checked in for Diaw. And it's Leonard in for Manu Ginobili.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
They sure are. You got to come up with something, a double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting ridiculous.
And here's the fast break. Chalmers leading the way.
Boy, the kind of moment you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
You know, one thing you have to give Coach Eric Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. You remember after the 2011 finals, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach, but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. The result has been a couple of championship rings.
The Heat making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by, Spurs trail by 14. You talk about Coach Spoelstra staying open to new ideas. He spent time in the summer studying football coaches and their techniques.
Yeah, kind of an interdisciplinary interest in greatness. And, you know, that's what goes into building a champion. Spoelstra, very intense and focused, always trying to find an edge, even if he has to kind of step outside the box a little bit. Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
And they've got some strong guys, Steve, guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
And it's Baines missing.
That's a bad shot. You really hurt your team by taking a shot from that range. You put your defense in jeopardy.
And it certainly won't make him any friends with his teammates.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, the Spurs, not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's motto franchise. The longest streak of 50-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Tim Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
They sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris. Here's Chalmers. And the shot is long. Spurs trail by 16. All going up court. Here's Parker. Puts up the baby hook. And that one's good. Parker's got 5 points in the quarter. Well, Tony Parker, an excellent scorer. Creative finisher, certainly inside with a smooth pull-up jump shot from mid-range. Steve, when he gets in the lane, he is dynamite.
And he draws fouls at a very high rate for a point guard. He's so good at initiating contact and then forcing the officials to make a call. And what that does, it gets you free points. It also allows you to set up your defense at the other end.
San Antonio making a switch here. Bonner's checked in. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Anderson right side, shoots a 3. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
That's not his shot at all. Way too far beyond his range.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He thinks the use of ball screens and pick and rolls is the best formula for success against the defense they're currently looking at, and he let his guys know it. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Napier passes to Day. And Leonard with the block. Passes to Bonner. Back to Leonard. Kicks it to Duncan. Their turnaround jumper. They get the rebound. And Leonard gets it to go.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Dang kicks to Napier. Dang a screen on Parker. Napier passes to Anderson. Lays it up and banks it in. Anderson's got 8 points.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here.